Well, hello everyone, and thank you for showing interest into learning more about the case study that we have had with Colin through this past 5 years. So, expect this video to be a long video because I have too many stuff to go over. We've done too many things with Colin, and right to this moment he's still a client of ours, and he's actually one of the first clients that I have had in Kiwi Motion as well, which I'm going to tell that story as well. And then yeah, let's get into it. Colin Yurcisin, the title is catchy enough, from 50k debt to multi-millionaire in just a year. So a little bit more about Colin. You can just learn more about him. You probably know him if you're here, or if you don't already know him, you can just follow him on his socials. This is his website, this is his YouTube channel, and his Twitter, which he has been active recently on Twitter and has got a lot of good engagement on Twitter as well. So you can just read his story, on his socials on your own time. But here we are going to just talk about the process and the journey that we had together, and how I had the opportunity to help him during this journey. Okay, so everything goes back to 2019 when I was starting Kiwi Motion, and I was offering free value to entrepreneurs that I see online that are posting videos, and I found Colin. At the time, I didn't know this, but now that we talk about it, Colin was 50k in debt at the time. He just quit his 9 to 5 and he started his entrepreneurship journey. And that you can read here that Colin embarked on a journey to build his personal brand. This text is obviously AI generated, you can tell, but promise me, the story is not AI generated. It's 100% true. So he was 50k in debt. He got out of his job. The only way that he had was to learn how to fix his credit himself. So that's what he did. He took some courses to learn how to do that, and he started to share his journey on his Instagram stories while he was learning about credit cards and how to repair them. That started his journey. That started, like, other people started to ask him questions. Hey, how can I fix this? How can I fix that? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And that was his story of beginning the credit class. This is actually his first course that he put together, and it was all around credit repair. That was his niche. He had the audience, and that's the course that he created. The course started with, I think it was 500 one-time payment, and it was Black Friday, so I created like a video for him to promote the Black Friday. You can see the reactions in these screenshots that I've posted here, and you can actually click on the link in my website to come and visit this Notion page as well. It's a public page, everyone can see that. Okay, so it's way back in the time. It's even before pandemic hit. So you can see that the style of the contents are much more different. With today's standard, this is not the best content, but at the time, even Gary Vee was doing this style, this square footage, like horizontal videos. It was way before TikTok era and vertical short form content. So that's how old this relationship is. And then you can see some more screenshots of his reactions with the different stuff that I was helping him with. So it was not just content, video content. It was more like helping in any aspect that I can in a digital sense, in a digital world. Okay. So everything started to pick up. People loved the videos. Videos got more views. He started the course. He already had a waiting list for his course, so he just launched it and he made a lot of money. And in the comment sections, people were like saying kudos to the branding. People love the branding, and you can see the responses to all of these stuff. This is the video that I created for the for his course, for his credit class, when he wanted to add new students. Okay, so that was the beginning. That was the beginning of many other opportunities and businesses that he wanted to start. At the time, he started traveling the world while he was creating content. And down here, you can actually see the very first testimonial video that Colin was kind enough to give for me. That was like the first. We have more of them for different services and different times that we helped him. But yeah, you can watch this video on your own time. I don't want to take your time. I just want to tell the story and the steps that we took for Colin. Next step is gifts. Gifts are so cool. In my opinion, they are so underrated. So let me show you the gifts right here. So I started make some gifts like this, so he can post on his stories. His fans, when they are watching the stories, when they are sharing something and they want to tag Colin, they could use these gifts. So it was so good. And then over the time, the more businesses he starts, so you can see it, leverage investment, like YouTube, leverage lifestyle. We'll go over all of them one by one. But the point is that as of right now, it has 95 million views. So that's just like brand exposure, right? So it's pretty insane. Gifts are so good. I love them. Colin loves them as well. He also gave me a testimonial for the gifts as well. This is so cool because he can share them on his stories. His fans can share them on their stories. So it's like brand awareness at scale. Okay. That's all about gifts. So gifts was more like an ongoing process for us. So like every new business that he creates, I knew that I just had to make 5 gifts for that business as well. This gets us to September 2020 when he wanted to start his YouTube channel. We helped him to start his YouTube channel as well. Right now, his YouTube channel has 35k subscribers, which is insane. He actually deleted most of the videos and at some point and just uploaded the new videos. That was one of the strategies that he had. But we started the channel with talking more about credit cards, travel hacks, and all of that. It was challenging because he didn't know how to properly record the YouTube. He didn't know how to format the videos. So we had a solid collaboration that we talked about. You can see that I'm constantly sending video chats, video messages to him to teach him to how to record, to be better, and all those kinds of stuff. And you can actually see the responses as well. These were the thumbnails. It was the time that he grew his page slowly and organically. That's very important for me, to grow a YouTube channel organically. So that's what we did. And then we got to a place that he wanted to record content about Bitcoin news. So that was what he wanted to do. He wanted to post one video every single day. That was a little bit challenging for us, but we found a proper system for ourselves to do that. Okay. And then I also have another testimonial just for the YouTube channel right here that you can look at your own time as well. One thing led to another. The boy decided to start a podcast, the Colin Yurcisin show with a Bitcoin. Okay, so that was his plan. We created. So, moral of the story is that I am here to help entrepreneurs to save time. It could be with video content, it could be with podcasts, it could be with the things that I know that they don't know, because I'm coming from a tech background. You know that, right? So I do have a lot of experience in that sense, and I can help entrepreneurs with that as well. So he wanted to start a podcast. That's cool, bro. We can help you with that. We will create the thumbnail. We will help you to stream the audio. We will edit the audio. We will trim the audio. We'll do everything. Okay. So in 2021, he started to record the podcasts. We helped him with that as well. And then that was something that he did. You still can find his podcasts on the internet as well. Tulum retreat. Colin decided to have an event in Tulum. So I think it was a 3-day event, and he had like 20 attendees. So that was so cool. And I offered to him that I can have a place in your event to talk about content creation and how to properly do content creation in 2021. So this was the video that I shared in Tulum. Like you can see here, this is his students, his attendees, and I was trying to add as much as value as possibly I can to the attendees as well. Okay. Right, yeah. So this is my video. Again, these are all on a public link. You can just come here and check the videos on your own time. Okay. So Colin was traveling the world. He was the man. Like, he had the course. He had like so many clients. Like he started other businesses at the same time. So it was time for him to level up. He leveled up with Bradley and White Speed, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, Light Speed VT. It's TV. I don't know. That doesn't matter right now. Okay. So he started to recreate his course and add more modules to the course, because now he's not just another credit guru. He's like a lifestyle coach, because he's teaching personal branding, he's teaching credit, he's teaching business funds, he's teaching Bitcoin. So everything that helps him to have that kind of lifestyle, to be able to travel the world, to be able to spend time on his own. He was going to put everything together and call it leveraged lifestyle. And he went on a podcast with the Bradley, and he recorded his course material at their studio. And we had a section in the course, and it was all about content creation as well, where I explained all of the different stuff about content creation. So that was more like a partnership between Colin and me. So I added value to his course. Of course, we designed a new logo. We designed so many like new animations and more material, more promotion material as well. So that's like something that we always do with all of the clients that we are working with. Like, it's something that is so typical. All right, you can actually see this Loom video right here as well, where I go over where I explain to Colin that what I have included in my course and how they can use it. Okay, next thing, he started a new business, and then I started like sketching some logos, and then he liked them. We developed the logo, we made like other videos. This is their miners. You can watch the video there. So he started a new business, and we were there. We were helping him to just get more exposure, to create content, to create his presentations, to talk with the investors, and to create the other presentations for his sales calls. So we were just crafting everything to make sure that everything is on brand and everything is properly set up for his sales process. Okay. After all, right now we are still working with Colin. We recently created his website. We recently worked on another project named Hashwater. So that leverage mining that I just showed you here, after a year and after them having 7 figures in revenue, they decided to rebrand it to Hashwater, and then to create a dashboard for their clients. So we took on that project as well. We started with let me show it to you here. We started with defining what exactly do the customers need and what exact features do we have to design, and then we created a document. So this is also the Notion page that I have personally for Colin. So yeah. So then we created a requirement document for the project before we start the project, and this was it. And then you can see that like it was very detailed project. It took us about a month or so to do that, and then we started designing everything. The process of that was itself like several months. We started sketching, then accepted, then we had feedbacks and all that. You can see that we have done this, and then we also built his website, like the new courses that he has, coaching processes that he has. We built all of these stuff. We're still working with Colin on different projects that he has. We recently created a blog section for his website, and the results for this was amazing. Like, I personally have witnessed Colin grow multiple businesses and jump around. I have seen him fail in some of the businesses as well, but that doesn't matter. As long as at the end of the year you are closing the year with profit, you are a successful entrepreneur, right? So he failed in some of the businesses, but he won in most of them. So one thing that I can say that Colin did very well was consistency. To this day, there was not a day that I don't see him on Instagram stories, and that's like perfect. That's like the first step of having a solid personal brand, to show up every single day. That's what he does. So apart from the content and the branding that we helped for him, he actually did that. He actually stayed consistent through the years, and that's why right now he has the authority and he has that impact on many other people. He has so many students that look up to him, and he has so many people who want to work with him. Now he's at a spot that whatever project and new business that he starts, he already have a bunch of people who want to pay him money. Okay, so that's like the perfect return on investment for you if you're starting a personal brand. Okay, and the thing with us was that we expanded our services. So initially I started KiwiMotion to be just for content, but then I realized that these entrepreneurs that I'm trying to help, they need more than just content, and I can deliver that. So I was like, okay, why not? Why not just deliver what they need? Because I had the network, because I had the team. The only thing that I had to do was to create a system, was to build a culture for my company to be able to help my clients. Okay, so that's what I did. As Colin grew his businesses, I grew my services as well. And Colin was always my first client for all of the new services that I added, which I'm so blessed. And it was also a case study for me to get more clients, test and trial and everything else. So guys, that's it. If you are thinking to start your own personal brand, just study how Colin did. Just go back and watch like these videos. Just see how simple he started. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate things, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the only point that is important is consistency and slowly grow. So you shouldn't like be like Gary Vee at day one. You should be like yourself at day one. And then eventually, after 100 days of consistent posting, you have to start thinking about, okay, how you should define your brand. How can you, fix your, how can you create a visual identity that everyone suddenly recognize it. When they see that, they recognize that, hey, it's that guy. So that's what you should do, and you should study what Colin did for himself. We have made like so many videos for him. You probably don't see the ones that we made for him, because recently he's been doing his Instagram reels himself. But if you scroll down to his page, you can see more videos of Colin. I can show it to you here as well if you just give me a second. Alright, okay, reels, yeah. These are just the thumbnails, but we have made like so many content for Colin. It's insane now that I'm thinking that how many stuff did we do for Colin, like many logos. Let's go to Colin assets right here, logos. Like these are all of the different logos that we created for Colin, and many other stuff that we created for Colin is insane. And I hope you took away something from this story, from this case study, and hope you guys have a good day. Hit me up if you have any questions, and I would be happy to help.